Hey freaks. Deadlock just released an update that makes the game a whole lot more user-friendly. Check it out. We're clicking on Deadlock in our Steam library, clicking on Community Hub. Here you'll see the map rework update. Clicking on that. There is a massive amount of information. Today is a map rework update, a reworked map layout, alongside a variety of improvements and bug fixes. The map's been redesigned around being 3 lanes rather than 4. That's gigantic. 3 lanes instead of 4. So if you've still got 6 people, no more solo lanes. Nice. This has a large range of accompanying map-wide changes regarding visuals, building layouts, pathways, neutral camps, air vents, breakables, power buffs, juke spots, mid-boss, etc. Added a new feature called Explore Map where you can run around an empty city to test movement and navigation. You can find this under the play menu. Soul Orb mechanics. Another gigantic change here. Troops no longer need to be last hit by a player in order to generate souls, as long as you are nearby. Troopers no longer have the near-death flashing behavior. Soul Orb lifetime in the air reduced significantly. Soul Orb denies change from 65 and 35% to 50-50. So that is at the start of the game where you deny, you will get 35% of the money previously. Now you'll get half. Soul Orb physical radius has been increased by 10%. Horizontal movement from souls has been reduced. Gaining souls from kills now shows a visual effect of souls flying towards you. Sprint, the default has been increased from 0.5 to 1.0. Sprint disabled duration reduced from 5 to 4 seconds when dealing and taking damage with heroes. Sprint disabled duration reduced from 5 to 0.5 seconds when taking damage from non-heroes. When dealing or taking damage from non-heroes. Sinner's Sacrifice no longer grants a random golden statue buff. Sounds bad. But Sinner's Sacrifice now has a looping timing window where if you kill it with a heavy melee, there are visual and audio cues, you'll receive a 3 golden statue buffs. Alternatively, with a last hit, with a light melee, you'll get 1 gold statue buff. Alright, we've got a few more things here. Added support for DLSS as an FS2 alternative for temporal anti-aliasing. Upscaling requires NVIDIA DirectX plus a GPU or above. Client performance improvements, great. Bicubic filtering for light maps at higher shadow quality settings, improve how we preload units to prevent shader compilation during gameplay. Hero shader improvements, various netcode improvements. Increased tick rate from 60 Hz to 64 Hz to improve the precision of certain game calculation. Improved client reporting to prevent incorrect prediction of assets to the server. Improved accuracy of server lag compensation to prevent bullets from reporting false detection against enemies further in the past. Improved timing of server lag compensation to engage during the first phase of bullet creation, which previously could have resulted in bullets origination from different positions of the server and client. Improved accuracy of soul orb hitboxes to ensure they hit in the correct position during client bullet prediction. Improve various close range abilities, having casting errors to keep on soul exchange combo. Hey, that's really good. That's been a really big pain forever. Increased post-laning trooper bounty to match the previous 4-lane global economy. Changed flex slot requirements. First flex slot changed from 3 guardians down to 2 guardians. Second flex slot changed from 2 walkers down to 1 walker. The last 2 flex slots are unchanged. Small neutral camp respawn time reduced from 4 minutes to 3 minutes. Mid neutral camp respawn time reduced from 6 to 5 minutes. Neutral soul values reduced by 10%. Overall camp counter frequency has been increased. Sidewalkers HP increased from 5,175 to 7,000. Midwalkers HP increased from 8 to 9,000. Mid boss HP and HP growth increased by 30%. Outer zipline speed increased by 15%. Breakable soul values reduced by 5%. All Duke spots now have veils. Ooh, the dead end closets with the mystery man in front, yes. Gun power up min-max fire rate increased from 10% to 30% to 15 and 35. Ooh. Fixed gun power up not scaling ammo to 60% as intended. Added a new mid-boss rejuvenator symbol with 3 visual states, not spawned, under 1 minute from spawn and spawned. Okay. The new large amount of breakables in the mid-boss middle area now initially spawn at the same time as mid-boss. Oh. Ooh, large amount. Okay, we've got some balance changes to Holiday as well, just randomly thrown in here. Holiday bounce pad damage reduced, stun reduced, Spirit Lasso damage reduced, Superior Stamina no longer gives 7% fire rate. The damage report. It now visualizes the amount of damage reduced by resistances or shield. Incoming damage UI now visualizes general damage reduction and amplification. It now shows the number of instances of damage done by each ability. The damage report no longer clears immediately upon respawn, but instead you keep the data from a previous life with an added last life. Breaking secondary stats out in the client damage report, i.e. Shiv serrated knives now shows the damage from the initial hit and damage over time. Now this update's huge. So let's just do a recap on the most important parts, and I'll put a link to the patch notes in the description. Our map has changed to be 3 lanes rather than 4. You can now explore the map using the Explore Map feature. You no longer need to last hit troopers to generate souls. You just have to last hit the orb. Denies have been changed to be 50-50, and they no longer move horizontally from troopers. Getting souls from kills now shows a visual effect of the souls flying towards you. Sprint's been increased, making everyone faster. You now need to finish Thinner's Sacrifice within a specific window to get the golden statue buffs, and instead of 1, if you finish it with a heavy melee, you get 3. Flex slots have been reworked to match the 3 lane. The walkers have had their health increased. The gun buff has been improved. Holiday received a significant nerf to her damage and stun, bounce pad, as well as damage to her ult. Superior stamina no longer gives fire rate. Big changes to the damage report, breaking things down so you can see the effects, including seeing how your resistances are impacting the damage you take. Quick buys had a quality of life increase. You can now create your builds on the dashboard. Abandons. So if a player abandons before the 5-minute mark, you can leave without receiving a loss. And a massive list of character visual and sound effect updates. That's it for this update. I've been Barry Blongus. I'm going to jump in and play some games. Have a good day, freak.